Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video lecture, we are going to answer the next 10 questions from Great Circle chapters in Keith Williams' General Navigation book. So let's begin. On a polar stereographic projection chart showing the South Pole, a straight line joins positions A and Bravo. What is the true course on departure from position A? So now this is a polar stereographic projection centered on the South Pole. So draw a polar this representation of the Earth and the South Pole. Okay, so we are looking at the Earth with respect to the or from the perspective of the South Pole. This is your prime meridian. Then we have plotted two positions. Position A, whose longitude is 65 east. Position B, whose longitude is 25 west. Now both these positions are located at the same latitude, 75 degrees south. So I have connected them with a straight line. Now, as a property, the great circles on a polar stereographic projection bend towards the south pole or bend towards the nearest pole. So now we are in the south hemisphere, so this great circle will bend towards the south pole. So I have drawn this great circle, this rhumb line. Now rhumb line track A to B is equal to 270 degrees. Because we are in the east hemisphere, we have to fly west. Great circle track at A will be equal to this big rhumb line track at A minus this small inside angle, convergency angle. So rhumb line track at A 270, I know that. Convergency angle. So convergency is 87. D long into sine of latitude. Okay, so D long 25 west plus 65 east. Half of 87 is 43 degree 30 minutes. So that is your convergency angle. So great circle track at A will be 270 minus 43.5, which is equal to 226.5 or 226 degree 30 minutes. On a direct Mercator chart, a great circle will be represented by what? So curves concave to the equator, curves concave to the poles, straight lines, curves convex to the equator. So remember, the meaning of the word concave is to bend away from something. The meaning of the word convex is to bend towards something. Okay. So now on a direct Mercator chart, we have this meridians of longitude which are straight lines, latitudes which are straight lines. Consider this is your equatorial latitude. You are in the north hemisphere. Now the line joining points A and B will be rhumb line, and the great circle track A and B will be like this. Now this great circle track will bend away from the equator. Similarly, in the south hemisphere, the great circle track A and B will bend away from the equator. So we call it concave to the equator, or we can say they are bending, great circle tracks bend towards the nearest pole, north pole or south pole. So in that case, we say they are curves which are convex towards the pole. So here the correct answer is option alpha. Parallels of latitude except the equator are rhumb lines. Equator is the only latitude which is both a great circle and a rhumb line. Other latitudes are small circles. They are not great circles. Okay. Next. On a direct Mercator chart, a great circle will be represented by same question. Curves which are concave to the equator or curves which are convex towards the nearest pole. So delta is the closest answer, the right answer. Which one of the following concerning great circles on a direct Mercator chart is correct? So great circles are again same question, curves which are concave to the equator with the exception of meridians which are straight lines, equator which is also a straight line. A direct Mercator chart, a rhumb line is what? A curve convex to the pole, a straight line, a small circle concave to the pole, spiral curve. So by definition or the property, rhumb lines are straight lines on a direct Mercator chart. Which one of the following statements is correct concerning the appearances of great circles with the exception of meridians on a polar chart? Okay, so we just saw the concept of polar projection in this question number 1 of this lecture. I told you that uh, the great circles will be bending or will be convex towards the nearest pole, whereas the rhumb line will be bending or concave to the nearest pole. Now, when you go to higher latitudes, namely latitudes above 70 degrees south or 70 degrees north, the great circles will tend to become straight lines. Okay, so at 70-degree latitude and above that latitude, you can consider great circle to be a straight line. So the correct answer here will be, the higher the latitudes, the closer they approximate to a straight line. They become like a straight line. Okay, next. A perfect straight line on a Lambert's chart is a meridian of longitude. So remember, on a Lambert's conical chart, all meridians of longitude will be straight lines originating from the North Pole or South Pole, whatever. Parallels of latitude will be curves. They will be curves like this. So the correct answer is option alpha. How do rhumb lines other than meridians appear on polar stereographic charts? So just now I said, great circles will be bending towards the pole or convex to the pole of projection. Rhumb lines will be concave to the pole of projection. So lines concave to the nearer pole. How are great circles shown on a direct Mercator chart? So curves which are convex to the nearest pole, towards the nearest pole. Okay. So this concludes our lecture, very short lecture, mainly theoretical one. So the solution is, or the key is to remember all the properties of all the three charts, the shapes of the great circles and rhumb lines, convergency, scale pattern. Okay, so these three common characteristics must be remembered for all the three charts. Best of luck. Practice all the questions again and again from Keith Williams, Oxford, R.K. Bali. I have solved all the questions from these three books and already uploaded them to my YouTube channel. So do check that. And in my next video, I will come back with the last 10 questions remaining. See you.